Hi guys, today this video is going to be a little bit different than the ones I normally make on my channel. Not that it is not relevant, it actually is, because it's about staying fit, being ready to get out there on the trails. But here in northern Thailand we have suffered a lot from the COVID, just as every other place on the planet, and national parks among others has been closed, so I can't go kayaking as I wanted to. But staying fit is important, so just to bring myself a little bit out of the misery, a couple of weeks ago I invested in an upgrade from my Garmin Fenix 3 to the Garmin Fenix 6. Fantastic watch, and every time I went out for a run it gave me a suggested run. It was a very slow run, it was a very short run compared to what happens when I normally go training, because I'm not that good of a runner really. I am at 99 kilos, and that's not the best to have on your knees when you're running. But I want to, every time I do run, I do want to do it as hard as I can. So 7 minutes per kilometer is too slow, 30 minutes is just too short. And those were the kind of frames that my watch suggested. But then a week ago or so I came across a running channel on my little having fun on the YouTube, and oh, hold on guys, I just saw this, that's why I was stopping a bit. I got a little surprised, we got elephants here. How nice is that? I wonder what that is really. Well, anyway, and this running channel, the young lady, she was actually doing that as an experiment to see what would happen if she let the watch decide what to do for a full month. And she had a VO2 max at 48, and after a month it turned out that she was now at 52, and she said she had been at these 48 for ages. And so the fact that the watch was able to guide her through a training sessions that brought it up to 50 was very impressive. And now here I am being a big guy, and I'm at 98, 99 kilos. I'd like to see what it does for an elderly person with a totally different kind of starting point than her. And so I embarked on this mission, and I did it very slowly, and I did it on my own, and I was not planning on sharing it with you guys. But this is day 5, and it's turning out to be fairly interesting. And for the sake of myself, for later reference, I can go back and take a look at it, but also because I believe that there might be other people who's interesting to see what does actually happen when you're following a microchip in a watch when you're training. Then I thought I would film it. So the game is, I started 5 days ago. This is day 5. I have not been out running day 5 yet. That's going to happen once I've finished recording this video. But day 1 I started out with a VO2 max of 44. I'm talking a lot about VO2 because that's a number that's important to me. I don't know, it's just a number that shows how efficient your heart is at pumping oxygen around your blood, and the higher the number, the more likely that you're fit. And about 4 years ago, when I got my Fenix 3, I was at 41 for ages. Just couldn't make any difference. It didn't matter what I did, it was at 41 constantly. But about 2 years ago it started moving upwards, which I was really happy about, and I ended up at 46 at best. But it doesn't take much time off running and your VO2 max just plummets. So my VO2 max has been quite consistently between 43 and 44. And when I started out 5 days ago, my VO2 max was indeed at 44. So my watch told me the first day to do a 30-minute run at 6 minutes and 55 seconds a pace. So I did that. And what happened when I was done with that run? It told me that it was unproductive. And not just that, it bumped me down from 44 to 43 in VO2 max. So that was a very disappointing experience, really disappointing. But I thought I'll just keep on doing this because it could be just a glitch in the matrix. There was a 30 hours of restitution time, so I knew that next day I would have a day off. But no, I think the watch is not communicating with its own algorithms, because the next day when I woke up I checked my watch and it said I had to repeat what I already did. Only this time I'm supposed to be doing it at 7 minutes per kilometer, but a 30 minutes run as well. So in my shoes, out and run, and I kept it at an average of 6:59 as far as I remember, and it was quite good. And what did my watch give me as a feedback? Unproductive again. Now I'm getting a little bit annoyed. I maintained my 43 in VO2 max. Restitution time 25 hours. And yes, the third day it sure did say take a rest, be ready for the upcoming training. So I took a rest. Literally took a rest. I didn't do much at all that day. I don't think my step count was much beyond 3,000. Day 4, yesterday, it then suggested me a different kind of workout. Now it said to me, you've been doing a lot of aerobic training. Now they wanted me to do a combination of aerobic and anaerobic training. So day 4 was sprinting. 2 sets of 3 sprints of 15 seconds each. 15 minutes of work, warm-up, and then do the running. Got to be honest with you, that was hard. And the first sprint I did, I was a little bit nervous because I didn't know how long 15 seconds is when you're going all in. So I was not going all in, only to realize that 15 seconds ain't really that much. So the following 5 sprints, I made it all in, and I did it well beyond what, well, not well beyond, but I did it faster than they were suggesting it to do. It said 3 minutes and 40 seconds in speed per kilometer. I was doing it at about 3 minutes. Anyway, done, and I was happy and proud I made it. And what did the watch do? This is day 4, mind you. Day 4, I'm following the watch to the letter. It not only said unproductive again, it also bumped me down from 43 to 42 in VO2 max. Now it is borderline depressing, but I've committed myself to do this, and I want to see what's going to happen in 30 days if I keep following this watch. So this is day 5, and day 5 it is suggesting me to do an even slower 33 minutes run, and that's basically just to give me the low aerobic, I'm sure, and that is at 7 minutes and 10 seconds per kilometer for 33 minutes. So that's the run that's coming up now. So I'll be updating the progress of what's going here, but it's probably not going to be on a day-to-day basis. There's no reason to make a video just for one single run, and I'm sure not going to bring you along those runs, especially not on the high velocity ones, the ones with the sprinting. But let's see what it does give of results after 30 days. So well, I'll get back to you in a minute when I've done my 30-minute running, and then let's see what my watch has in store for me. Absolutely dissatisfying. Haven't looked at the numbers yet, but I'm asked to do a pace of 7 minutes and 10 seconds per kilometer and run for 33 minutes, and I did that. The laps I'm running here is not with much elevation, but there's a little bit, and it shows on my heart rate when I get to the climb. But I think I was doing pretty well. I was having a good pace, and I could keep on going. I could keep on going, that's what it's called. But as you can see, verdict is I'm still at 42 VO2 max as it is, but I'm also still unproductive. I don't know if this watch is really taking everything into account. If you guys know that there's a setting that I should have adjusted, I mean, please let me know. I've just adjusted today the heart rate zones using my max heart rate and my resting heart rate, which is figures that my phone already, or my watch already has anyway. And I'm using my chest band as it is right now, and yet I'm coming back as being doing a pretty hard aerobic run, and it was also anaerobic. What do you know, I'm being asked to do a simple warm-up run and I'm getting high numbers. Really starting to annoy me a bit. But this is day 5. We've got to keep going and see what's going to happen. Who knows, maybe it ended up giving me a VO2 max on 32 and then a swatch of watch and I'll be at 50. Maybe it's just trying to piss me off. It is actually working. So, well, let's see what it has in store for me tomorrow.